I think that a lot of people, I know you've talked about it a lot, they get really attached to the egos and the identities that exist inside them, and then they see the world from only that perspective. That's why I think that like a lot of the old religions and the old like echoed through time ways of being are to, destroy your ego, eliminate yourself, be like this watcher of your
Mm-hmm.
thoughts and all of that stuff, and then start to identify with the watcher of what you think that you really are. And then once you spend enough time doing that, you'll spend enough time realizing that everyone else has that watcher inside them, and that maybe they don't realize it yet, but they're still really connected to their egos that are really just a bunch of ideas that were indoctrinated to them based off of our environment or who we grew up with and all of that stuff. And then you can start to love people a little bit more. And
Absolutely.
it's kind of a shame that I just know that that's not super big in the West, that idea. Just it's
Yeah.
kind of an Eastern philosophy, like be like we just meditate here. Like that's just such a like a bitch ass way to think about doing it. Like that's what you're doing is you're settling into being able to watch what you think you really are and be like, hey, if I don't want to be that anymore, I don't have to be that. Or if that doesn't serve me anymore, I don't have to be that.
Right.
This is one thing that I walk through a lot of my guys with in fighting is it's like you want to not be scared of something, don't desire anything. And don't be anything if you don't want to be scared, because fighting fearless is a really big thing. I think that I do a really good job of performing really well because I'm not scared of a lot of things, because I don't have a ton of egos inside of my brain as much anymore. I of course do, because we all have to. But yeah, once you start spending a lot of time with that watcher, I think that that's kind of why it always ends on the idea of love being the answer, is because once you spend time disconnecting from what we think we are, you always end up in the spot where it's like, oh, that person's that. They just haven't figured it out yet
Yeah.
either, and I love them for that still.
And that acceptance and love is empowering both to you and to them.